some flat earth physics here, everybody. Understanding our realm is all about geometry. If you want to understand a lot more about this flat earth geometry, there's someone on my Patreon called Open Eye. So you might want to look into his work, okay? Quite frankly, I haven't yet, but I know he knows some stuff. And anyway, I just thought I'd touch on a few things today. And understanding why they tell you live on a ball. Okay? So I hope you can see this. I mean, I'll have to look at it later and find out whether you can or not. But it's understanding the ancients' word net, why they called the sky the net, or used the word net, because basically this is our electromagnetic field, and all these nodal points are where you'll see light. Okay, so they're infinite, so they all make up the images of light. This is what our eyes sees, how we see images. So what you've got to realize is there's your flat plane all the way through here, flat plane of Earth. Man stands there, always center to his arc of horizon, 90 degrees from its zenith. So as he moves, this arc of horizon moves with him at all times. So you look at the magnetic field, and it's a toroidal field, you see, and this is how it all works out, the shape-wise, geometry-wise. So you see, you're looking out here, you see everything dip down, starts dipping down, you start losing things beyond the flat horizon, basically because the field, it's the way the field is working, see? Nothing's going down under your ball. See, you're standing here on this flat plane, right? But because the field curves like this, curves down, the images will disappear like this. They tell you live on the outside of this ball. You live on the outside of a ball. Well, how can you live on the outside of the ball when you're back here on this plane? There's man, the center of the universe. Even physicists tell you this. You're looking out from the center of the universe. That's your universe. So you get this, you got a positive and a negative field interacting here, creating the images of light. And it's all frequency based. So it's another story, but anyway. So this is how you see things. See the curving field? As you come in closer, it's curving. They say your horizon, your false horizon is 3 miles out. Yeah, well, your false horizon might be there, but then this is probably where you see your night. This is how you see your night stars in the sky. It's a lot further out, isn't it, than your 3 miles just here. And you see the sun go down. It's way beyond this false horizon. But at the end of the day, it's 180 degrees. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. See the nodal points here? Your arc could be here. It'll still form an arc. Or go back at these nodal points, still form an arc. You know? So everything works on geometry. It's all 180 degrees. This is how we get the circumference of the Earth, using this known 180 degrees. Man sees everything on this arc. So you've got to realize when you see the moon, it's all symmetrical, all the stuff here. The moon is the same size. So they put the moon out here and it rolls over this arc. So by the time, you know, if it starts off here, I should get a protractor, 1 second. Imagine there's your moon, and over the night the moon rolls over here. Oh, to end up there, does it? Then 180 degrees? Yeah, there. Rolls over like this. the image of the moon will always be 180 degrees rotated. Same with the sun. It's just how it works. And what people don't understand, now let's just look at this as a flat plane, the circle of the northern hemisphere, okay? So on the flat earth design, that is the center, it's locked at the center. And the south is out here, so draw all these circles all the way around the south. But to the observer, beyond his arc of horizon, everything becomes asymmetrical. Nothing marries in because it's expansion and contraction. Look, expansion, see expanding fields coming out away from him. The whole southern hemisphere expands out from the center. Everything gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And as we move in our toroidal field, we expand with the field because we're the images created in this net in the field. So what people don't understand, like nothing's physical, you see, we just expand with the field. We have to understand, or you people have to understand, because I fully understand it, is this southern hemisphere magnetic field, because there's dual hemispheres, right? You've got a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere out here has a star rotation. It's infinite, it's all the way around here. So depending on what meridian you're on, looking out from your location on Earth. So imagine that's your arc of horizon, 360 degrees all the way around you, and a dome over you. Okay, that's your hemisphere. So no matter where you are on Earth, you've got this system going on, and you're always on a meridian. If you go back to the earthly system, use that as a flat plane again, you're always on a north to south meridian line. You're somewhere on this line, north to south. So let's say this is your line here, your plane here. There's your southern hemisphere star rotation. It was some southern hemisphere sky, circular as well, right? Well, you've got to understand this whole southern hemisphere star sky, it's the magnetic field of the south, comes right up to the north like this. This is when we get the June solstice. You get 24-hour daylight up here, and then it starts retracting back out again. And it gets right out to here, bang, pop. You get the gap here. So from there to there, this date here, when this pops out, is the 17th of October. When the sun appears, there's another image if you can see this, I'm not sure if you can. The sun appears in the Arctic region above the horizon. Okay? Our whole earthly system is based on geometry, and the mythological story, or the religious story of Jesus being crucified and died on the cross and rose again in 3 days' time. Well, that 3 days is when the sun falls below the horizon in the Arctic. It's no longer a 24-hour day. So in the story, the sun goes AWOL for 3 days. It's not there for 24 hours, and it's not in the southern hemisphere yet. But 3 days after that date, which is the 31st of August, to the 3rd of September, there's no sun 24 hour in the Arctic, and no 24-hour sun no sun above the horizon in the Arctic coastal region. That's why they say the sun buried, gone down for 3 days. It's gone down into a mente, but it comes back up after eating some pomegranate in the Greek mythological story regarding Persephone. Okay, she has to eat some pomegranate. She eats some pomegranate to come back up again. It's a long story. These nodal points here represent the pomegranates all the way around the southern hemisphere because they represent the sun at that time of the year. There could be a sun anywhere. Like I say, everyone's on a meridian north to south. So the southern hemisphere summer, your sun could be there if you're on that meridian line, or there, wherever you are out in this Antarctica, say. That'll be the sun revolving around this area. The sun is in many places, but only seen in one, your personal arc of horizon. Oh, so where we're getting at is very confusing, I know. So understand the sun moves into the north when the magnetic field moves north. Then it comes all the way back. It gets way out here, bang, it pops out. Okay? That's what we're talking about. The 3 days the sun went missing. So on the 31st of August, it disappears, and 3 days later, we see light in the Antarctic, below the horizon. It doesn't come up above the horizon till after the 17th of October, but you've got to consider the latitudes as well. And you've got to understand that beyond 66.6 degrees south, you've got a different system going on, okay? Because that center 90 degrees Arctic mirrored to the south causes this point here, not here, to become the South Pole. This is the 66 degrees south. It's all a mirroring effect. So you've got to go like this and then flip it. You flip it over, bang. There, because all the southern hemisphere is a mirrored representation, an inversion of the northern hemisphere. So it goes bang. So now there's your 66.6 degrees. Okay, if you go deep, you find, it's 23.4 degrees out to the tropical boundaries. Well, from there to the pole, you've got 66.6 degrees. And this is just 666 in Revelation, the measure of man, the measure being arcs of longitude, latitude, degrees through the tropical yearly cycle. It's all about the sun's cycle. There's the north, there's your 66.6 degrees. It's all about the movement of the sun around the cycle. Okay, there's your 31st of August, and then you've got 7 days of purification, which is your 23.4 degrees. Well, there's all these religious ceremonies on these dates. 31st of August. The 7 days of purification carries you on to this point here, which is the 6th day of creation. And that 6th day is 7 days from there, 7 degrees. It's the 7 degrees of purification mentioned in all of religion. But anyway, the video is just about understanding the geometry and how things evolve through this electromagnetic field. You're losing things on the horizon. He's still on this flat plane. There's no way you could say he's living on a circle, on the earth, living on a ball, if this is the way the field works. And this is 100% correct. Okay? You see these arches here? This one here, blue. This is what you see in churches, and some cultures wear on their heads. Some religious characters wear this sort of shape on their heads. It's all about this. All geometry. Just remember, no matter how big or small you think the moon is, that's how it works. Look, the same size. It just rolls over. So does the sun. So you've got to understand that the earth is from the hole. Earth is from the black hole. So if you go back to the central vortex of creation, which I've shown many times in my videos, Earth is from that place. It's a secondary image. It's not the black hole, because you go back to the black hole. We come from the black hole, come out here. There's your Earth, the black hole, fixed and stationary, because the black hole center is fixed and stationary. It doesn't go anywhere. All the action's spinning around the horizon. So we're like frozen in a moment of time and watching all this friction move at 15 degrees per hour around our hole, which is the sky moving 15 degrees per hour. So Earth itself is fixed, but the magnetic field is always coming out of the center north. And look how everything radiates out from where you are, because your brain is connected to the overall picture, the overall model. It's all energy. Okay? Now there's man standing in his arc of horizon. The Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, called it man's arc of horizon. It's 180 nautical miles. Nautical miles. Okay? Because you've got to think of all these GP points down on the Earth. Our entire flat plane is governed by this arc, like a stamp. A wax stamp, or whatever they used to say in the Bible, whatever they say. Okay, a print from above. So as above, so below. Everything in our realm is something to do with creation, because the whole reason for being here is about creation, your second birth, going through your new birth, your creation. Okay, you come into this world to go on this journey to be born again, to leave it, to become God-like, and then come back up here. Stars above, you are from up here. This is your nightlife in here, the spiritual realm, the physical plane down here. Most density, atmospheric pressure, thinner and thinner and thinner to nothingness. That's where you go to at night. Nothingness. The physical realm, down on the flat plane. Okay? This is not physical. No celestial bodies are physical. There's nothing physical above us, as there's nothing spiritual. There's nothing physical above our heads, as there's nothing spiritual below our feet. You can consider that as hell down here. Illumination, light, spiritual realm, heaven up here. Down here is the depths of hell. Look, it's going below your sacral. It's a long story. Your dung gate. Okay? Okay, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. I'm Lindsay from the Tomb of Illumination.